Alright guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be talking about why Usman Garuba is kicked off the Rockets rotation, and that's actually why they signed Willie CauleyStein, is because the Usman Garuba situation did not work out.
Shut up! Alright, today we're going to give an honest talk on Usman Garuba, because Willie CauleyStein was signed to Houston 4 days ago, and it's news to me, but apparently Willie CauleyStein is the next coming of Karl-Anthony Towns, and that they signed Willie because they're giving up on Usman. This is a take I've been seeing way too often, and I have to clear the air because Usman Garuba, keep in mind, this man was 19 years old last season, coming from a foreign country. That's hard. I've never done that, but that's hard. That's what it's not easy. That's not easy. So was it, regardless of Usman Garuba's skill level, was it going to take some time to acclimate not only to the NBA, but to the new country you are now living in for a majority of the season? Yes and yes. So Willie CauleyStein is not, unfortunately, the next coming of Karl-Anthony Towns. In fact, I think he's older than Karl-Anthony Towns. I'm pretty sure Willie's like 29 years old. So he's in his prime, and Willie has not really played more than 20 minutes a night in a couple of years since he was last with Golden State, where we actually saw a little bit of a resurgence. He was putting up a good amount of double-doubles. I remember him being like a fun fantasy ad for the later portion of the season, I believe, later portion of the season, because that was the year Steph Curry got injured, I believe. So that year was kind of just a wash for Golden State. Usman Garuba was always going to be a project piece. And like I said, he turned 20 years old 3 months ago. So he was 19, coming to a brand new league in a brand new country with brand new cultures, brand new crap that our country has, the good and the bad, and it takes time, man. So I wasn't anticipating Usman Garuba anything crazily last season. At the end of the day, he was a late first-round draft pick, and late first-round draft picks usually aren't supposed to be even cornerstone pieces to your team. What I want from Usman Garuba in the grand scheme of things, I want a consistent basketball player on both ends of the court. Usman Garuba's potential is so freaky that he's a legitimate guy who can already guard 1 through 5. He has experience playing in the Olympics. He has experience playing in FIBA. He has a lot of experience in other countries. But NBA and Euro basketball are completely different. Like, they're just completely different speeds, completely different styles. It's a lot more team-oriented there. So Usman, to me, is never going to be a guy who's going to blow up the stat sheet. Even when we put his numbers last year, where he only played 25 games, only averaged 10 minutes a night, his stats are like, 2 points, 2 rebounds, nothing, 10 points a night. But when you look at his per 36, it's still not even eye-popping. 7 points per game, 12 rebounds, 2.5 assists, steal and a half, a block and a half. I view Usman, I want Usman to be a guy who can be adequate and serviceable on the offensive end. And I want his defense, because defense leads to offense, and he's not only just agile, athletic, can guard 1 through 5, he can get you steals, he can get you blocks, but I also just like how Usman Garuba seems to be as a person, as a player. He doesn't seem like he's going to quit at any point in his NBA career or in his professional basketball career. He just is a hustler. And those are players I want. I want guys where it's like, yeah, Usman might not be in the top of the rotation. I have a feeling he's going to spend a good portion of the season in the G League. I don't think Willie CauleyStein will work out that well. I wouldn't even be surprised if the Rockets try and trade Willie CauleyStein by the trade deadline, because they're like, maybe Usman's ready, or maybe they just want to go small again and Willie just didn't work out. I don't think Willie is going to have a crazy impact, and that's not what they're looking for him to do, is have a crazy impact. You got to keep in mind, Şengün fouls a lot of players. Like, he gets fouled a lot, and he fouls a lot. And so he's going to deal, if he's our starting center this upcoming season, he's going to deal with foul trouble. I'm hungry. Could you hear that? He's going to deal with foul trouble a lot. All right, this is something, we want him to work on, but just like Usman Garuba, Şengün, once again, another project piece. So it gets me thinking, Willie will probably play here and there. He'll play 15 minutes a night if, maybe they keep Usman onto the team. Basically, Usman's going to be able to play himself onto this roster. I know we have a lot of mouths to feed, so Usman's going to have to show that he's fully healthy because he didn't play in the Summer League, which really sucks. So he's going to have a really good camp, and he's going to have a really good preseason where Silas and the Rockets management, their coaches are like, all right, Usman is good enough to the point where we are better off playing him than not playing him and having him play more in the G League. Because when you're a young kid, and especially, like I said, when you're trying to acclimate to NBA and you're trying to acclimate to American basketball, you want the ball in your hands essentially as often as possible. You want to be out there on the court as often and as much as possible. So I'm all for Usman Garuba spending majority, if not all, this season in the G League. Once again, you bring him up towards the end of the season, and that's where you start to play him a little bit more. And hopefully this year, like I say, he can stay healthy. Just be healthy and stay healthy. But you got to keep in mind, man, Şengün's going to deal with injury, or God forbid, knock on wood, Jesus. We'll try again. Alperen Şengün is going to deal with foul trouble. Willie CauleyStein's kind of the backup big man most likely, and Usman might be there for extra depth. I don't think we'll start seeing Usman put up noticeable contributions on a consistent basis until after this season, once the Rockets start getting more towards winning basketball, which, as Jalen Green and everyone on the Houston Rockets, all of our young cats, everyone's saying, I don't know, maybe it'll happen this year, maybe it'll happen next year, maybe it'll happen after 3 years, but we're going to be a force to be reckoned with in the NBA. And I want guys like Usman, because when you're in such a salary-driven league, you need, first off, it's so ideal when you have guys take pay cuts. We just saw it with Patrick Mahomes in the NFL taking a pay cut. We just saw it with James Harden taking a pay cut. Yeah, James Harden, there might be some strings attached, but still, the star players, the superstar players taking pay cuts. So obviously you want that. But also, you need guys like Jayshawn Tate. You need guys like Usman Garuba. You need those hustlers. Like, think of Grant Williams. Think of Otto Porter Jr. Think of Kayvon Looney. Think of these guys on championship rosters that are doing a lot of little stuff that you're not going to see on the stat sheet, and you're also not going to see if you're not watching it live. So, Usman, dude, this video has just been one chaotic mess, and I apologize, because I don't know what's going on. It's been too many days since my last Rockets video. I'm going to hold it here. That's it for today. Hit the like button, hit that subscribe button for daily Houston Rockets content. But most importantly, guys, go ahead, drop some comments down below. What are your thoughts on Usman Garuba heading into this upcoming season? That's it for me. Peace.